Right, just nice to see a bit of sun for a change. It's been a real murky, overcast, dull week. Lots of rain, the ground is saturated. Could do with cutting the grass, but it's far too wet. So we're going to look at a couple of plants, maybe some of the cordylines, some of the more fancy ones, see how they're doing towards the end of winter here. So we're sort of last week of February. It's been mild, it's got a bit cooler now, but again the sun is out, so it feels quite nice. And also we'll have a look at a couple of early plants that are coming up. Right, so we've got a selection of cordylines here. We've got a Southern Splendor, a Red Star and a Coral cordyline, and as we can see I've just got a garden table, glass garden table there just over the top, sort of covering the crowns of the cordylines. But as we can see, to be fair, there's sort of minimal damage on these. Still looking quite nice, considering we've had a couple of cold blasts this winter. Got down to sort of -4 here in Suffolk on the coast. But yeah, looking pretty good in general. The Red Star I think was already a little bit rough. That was one I bought reduced last year, so I don't think it's really took any more damage than it already had. The Coral cordyline is looking quite good. I don't know if the sort of quite a subtle colour on that one, but I don't know if it picks up on camera, but it's, as the name suggests, a sort of brown leaves with like the coral, pinky coral streaks in it, and that's looking pretty much unscathed. So yeah, some of the more tender cordylines have done pretty well so far. I mean, you can't rule out another cold blast. Now, we're not in spring yet, even though some of the plants think we are. So we've got an abutilon here, and I've got a couple of these dotted about, and some of these have been flowering all winter. We can see, well, I don't know if you can see it, some flower buds on there, and I think we've still got one down here with a flower on it. So we've got, these would probably do with cutting back a bit because they're a bit lanky, a bit stretched. But yeah, they have been flowering all winter, surprisingly. Little flower buds on them. But yeah, so I was looking in this area because this is sort of quite a nice year-round area with a lot of evergreens. And there are a few perennials, and I've never had these come up so early before. So what we're looking at here is the Pedicites palmatum with the gold speckles when they get more mature leaves, and as we can see they've started to come up. So this is really quite early for them, and I just had one plant in here last year, and as we can see they do spread pretty quick. So I think from the one plant, which is probably this one, the original, you can see they've spread in fact all the way over to here. So I'll have to take some of them out. So I just want just a clump in that area really. But yeah, everything's looking pretty good. So yeah, we've got things coming up early, but unsurprising considering all the mild temperatures we've been having. Even the nighttime temperature's been really quite mild. To be fair, I think tonight's going to get down to about 2 degrees, so it's going to be the coldest night we've had in a while. But no frost forecast anyway, so that's good. Got another red star cordyline here, which is sort of growing between the Phoenix canariensis and the Trichocarpus fortunei there, and this is one that sort of gets forgotten about, but I'd say this, well, it's over 6 foot now, but yeah, that is quite well protected in the palms there. Right, so let's just a quick one really. We'll just finish it on the Chamaedorea microspadic. So this is one that I thought might be a bit of a one to watch really, because they're hardy sort of to a point, but they take damage. But looking at it, that looks pretty good. Newest leaves, I can see that old leaf has got some brown spotting on it, but the two newest leaves, to be fair, look pretty unscathed from the winter, and I can even see a new little one coming up at the side. I don't know, might not be able to see it from here, but so yeah, that's one that I've been quite impressed with, because I've seen them in other people's gardens in sort of similar growing zones, and they can look really rough after winter. They do bounce back, but yeah, that's done okay. That's better than I expected, to be fair. And again, that is underneath the sort of canopy of the Phoenix canariensis, so that's done pretty well. Right, so we'll just finish it up over here on the Aliums. So these always come up pretty early, but this has been very early this year. Nice little clump there, and these the bulbs are actually sort of, they've pushed themselves out of the ground, so they're literally just sitting on the surface. And yeah, so we'll get the nice pom-pom purple flowers on them probably about March, no, not March, April into May. We'll get nice flowers on them. Right, so let's actually finish up on the another tender cordyline. So this is the superstar. So I had this tied up. I untied it about a week ago because that's obviously been so mild, and we can see we've got some damage on the tips. So this was tied up all together, and on the cold spells I just put a fleece bag over it, so we can see the ends obviously are going to be browned off a bit where the you know, maybe the frosts hit the tips, but in general I think it looks pretty good, and I'm quite happy with that. That'll bounce back and put out a lot of new growth when the time comes, when it warms up. But yeah, really nice. One of my favourite cordylines, that one. Glossy leaves, wide. Again, like any sort of coloured cordyline, they're not necessarily the hardiest, but they are something I definitely wouldn't be without one of these in the garden. I've got a couple recovering from last winter's damage, and that's come back quite nicely, so I'll replant that in the garden. But yeah, can't beat that for the foliage, I don't think. Right, we'll leave it there. Just a quick one, like I say. Well, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.